stream is back to be created, I guess. I don't know. Let's see, is it here? Alive. Bam. Maybe. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think it's good. Let me just see the settings. Settings, video, or output, 6,800. 6,800. Okay, so now we have both cameras on. Put the mouse back. Both of them are locked. Okay, yeah, and the dock works for the Mac. It's good. Okay, so all of this, we just throw in there. I hope it works. Okay, yeah, I think we're good. I think we are good. Tell me. Distant kill info, distant kill definitely info. What about... I think there's definitely one more thing that has to be created, right? There's 4 entrances, is there 4? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is this one. Okay, so yeah, everything's good. What about the water pressure? That's only using gravity. That's all really up there. Let's check it. I love rocket fuel. It makes so good of like fuel and rocket. You know? This will be a good time to go outside because it'll just be good. Yeah. Well, how do I get views? Maybe if I just stream what's in there. My keyboard there, it's the second keyboard, not the second video. That's on the keyboard. I was like, yes, I'm over 18 I want to do that again for I don't know why they banned me, they just did, and I don't know what happened. They unbanned me, I guess. At least I think I was banned, I don't know what I was. Probably all the times I said the N-word, which I guess is fair. But I mean, it's the internet. I wouldn't be just saying the N-word in person. Yeah. But like, on the internet it's different. You know, the internet's a whole different thing. And YouTube just doesn't understand like this. Well, they do have guidelines. But how do you follow those guidelines? Well, now I guess I will because I'll really be banned. I need this playback. Sometimes. What is happening over there? Are we not getting any... Do we not have any power? Is that what's happening? Yeah, we just don't have any power. This is for the... How could we not have power now? We're not making any non-fissile uranium. We're not making any plutonium cells because we turn them off. And the reason to turn them off is to just need to check if I have good. I should probably make a central control center for this. I'll go up here, find the rock, perfect. Okay, yeah, we can stay here and like relax that fall. 7,000. Okay, quite a bit now. Let's go start those back up. I don't really want to overfill. I forgot that those were now. It's fine because just start them off. Non-fissile uranium, plutonium, sulfides. Why don't I just keep them always on? Actually, there is a point because there's gonna be no point in using all the electricity. I'm not gonna use it. Like in there. Not much stuff in here. Good. Okay, and now they're all going now. so that unfortunately, what's there? What's the... What do I need for this? Kinda wish I had an official year rating, which maybe I can make it. How much would I make it? Let's see, okay. What? That was barely active, so we have extra. Maybe make one more. Is there using material? Yes. That's fine. I should be able to make it. Ooh, 4,000. You just put loads on. I'll just AFK here until like either I break it or I don't break it. Okay, 400, 200. Should take a time for more reason though. Okay. No, shouldn't go outside. The weather is kind of rough because it's raining. And I'm very like rain, and also very like going outside. Except sometimes, I mean, it's pretty fun. Specifically. It would be a good thing. Turn on YouTube. I hope it doesn't block me for YouTube, but I like watching videos while playing Satisfactory and you have to game like Roblox. Minutes ago. Like Kibitz. Like that guy. Full screen. Yes, this is why I like this.
Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome
What
back
about the
to
uploading
Satisfactory,
numbers?
where we are all
Actually
working
kinda
in
good.
the Dune Desert here, trying to complete the space elevator
Pretty neat.
and beat the game.
Always strong.
The only thing is the final space elevator parts are a little, complicated, and we need tens of
mouse to the
thousands of
corner
different
so I can
items and
always get
materials.
it.
And I mean that quite
I
literally.
like my dog. It's like
The requirements are
right in the
insane.
dock.
And out of all the resources in the world, we've kind of scooped up this stuff in this
Yeah,
section.
network is
So
open.
we have to primarily rely on the
Kind of wish I had like
which will require us
longer
gathering
there just for network
practically every
analysis.
single item in the
I guess I'll
biome,
do that when I get
transferring
like
it to a huge
right.
item bus, and then centralizing it here,
it's not all
which
that bad,
scares
to be
me.
honest.
But some good news at least, Past Caves has been busy, and a lot of the other items we needed throughout the world we have centralized at our main base. So we'll really do just be wrangling this one biome. And every
Oh, I see why it does that. It's because there's no like
find.
volume
this will
control
be
here. Well, there is, but
probably the greatest
they're not
grind of
interconnected.
the
They're
entire
just
playthrough. Well,
the
besides the thing
mic
in
I
our
had
nuclear
is
power
actually
plant
pretty
where we're
good, so it
gathering
can pick
water.
me up and
That was by
pick
far
up
the worst. But it's done,
the game
and the plant is
because
working for
the
the
little
most part.
speakers are behind
We'll
the
pick up
computer,
last
and the
time,
other one's
but
behind here. There's a subwoofer behind it.
But it's not a
Mac.
concern.
And then,
Moving on, it's time to start
okay,
resource
so
wrangling.
if they do not,
So we have these main belt highways that I built out and about. Now we actually have to put items
See how fast this
onto
goes.
those belt highways. Put up 600. Is that copper? Ooh. 600 copper, probably 600 limestone, and 600 iron here, and then a little bit of coal. Right. Well, I have gathered resources before, and generally speaking, how I go about it is the same way every single time. Where I build out a platform out towards a resource. I have this little logistics box I like to put next to it, and then I bring the material up and over to the logistics box using straight belt build mode to try and even things out a little bit. And the resources go out towards the main belt highway. So then things could go up and over onto the belt highway. Though it might be
this guy
easier to
does it so
start as
like
far back as
nicely, and
possible.
then
Like this is kind of midway through, and I think there's actually some resources back this way. Oh yeah, bud. I got some quartzerinsky out this way. I think these are both normal nodes, so this would be 1,200 milli. 1,200 raw quartz. Okay, but there's also water back here, so maybe you could just process the quartz into quartz crystals back this way and then transport the actual quartz back to the main base area there? I'm not sure. The main thing is I think we'll just leave that. We
Oh, do that.
The coal can come up this way, and that could be like the end of the line.
No, we can do
Well,
maintenance.
just to show the rest of the example then.
Bomb is
Once I get items belted towards like the main highway here, I don't want there to be a lot of objects in my world. It's a 1,000-hour playthrough. So the less objects, the less I'm going to take it. So when I'm building these belt highways, I connect up the power, drag the power lines as far as they can go, and then wherever the power line stops,
going to be very
I
valuable.
replace the platform, the logistics platform. I'll bring the foundation to the ground so it's actually supported, and then I get rid of all the scaffolding here. So the belts are just kind of floating around. So at the end of the day, there is nothing that is made and destroyed, and what remains is this nice little pathway here.
Is it?
And yeah, it's pretty simple, but again,
actually good.
less objects, less lag, and we have huge ambitions ahead of us. So we gotta try and control it ourselves, at least for now. But man, everything looks so... I have to hold back, have to relax just a little bit. I think we'll look about better later on. Right now it just takes so much time. But first logistics highway is done. The last little thing I need to mention is a rule I kind of follow when bringing back resources is I use the Mark 5 belt if it's 600 items per minute, and then I use the 6 if it's 1,200 items per minute. So when we have the tens of thousands of resources brought back like the centerpiece here, I have an idea of what the heck is going on. Like for Pete's sake, if we look back in Project Boost, you can see that things are crazy. I'm not gonna keep track of all this stuff. So having the different belt types is gonna help future kips out. But now it's time for the final stage. Bringing everything into this center. Now our big factory for all the space elevator parts is gonna be sprawling all over the place. But I do want to have things centralized so I can measure what's going on. Because I've had to run from like A to B to C to D and all over the place. I'm so crazy. Like once we get the belts over here,
Excellent.
I've left a tile of space in between kind of like the main foundation and this aesthetic outcrop to not only give the build a bit of depth, but also so when the items get back here, we can nudge a little wall off into the corner, and we can hide all the belt entrances or conveyor walls kind of out of sight. All the belts instead will just kind of like run around a corner, be big chillin'. Ah, but wait, getting ahead of myself. Order of operations. Let's fill out as many belt highways as we can first. Then we'll start bringing things into the main base. And then next step was to go over to the beach. Well, these things weren't too bad. Just a couple good nodes down this way that I had to scoop up. And all the coal. We have to get all the coal. We need so much coal. It's like 24,000 coal. Yeah. And I diamonds to produce. Scooped everything up, put them underneath the water pipes, and they're skedaddling over here. For this Silver Belt Highway though, we're not using our normal blueprint because I didn't want to have any more of the big power towers this way. Because I like seeing all of the Hellspires, these big refinery towers over the horizon. I didn't want those interrupting things. So just normal belt highway. And kind of like I was mentioning earlier, a lot of this is just grind, okay? Good news at least is there's not too much actually happening over this way. Once all was said and done and I grabbed the little stragglers here and there and actually inputted the items into the main base, that thing looks pretty good. The idea to have the belts just go behind these pillars here worked out fantastically. Mostly so I don't have either the conveyor wall holes on a concrete to contrast too much.
A green snail.
And then when we want to have like entrances, exits, balconies, or whatnot, I can have a place for a doorway. Because there's no doors that go directly through foundations. There's only doors that go through walls to figure. We can just put those in. Nice. And then they're hidden from main views. But the best thing of all is with this belt highway done and that belt highway done, we're pretty much halfway through gathering all the resources in the biome. Except now it's kind of like the hard part. We have a few stragglers that we just have to resources like infrastructure just lurking out the cliff sides there. So instead of doing the difficult stuff, we're gonna do something a little bit more simple, a little bit more familiar. We're gonna make one more Hellspire for the cave period here. pretty much with all the Caterium, we got to use it to the best of our ability. Boop. And so that means we have to
I'm
put
gonna
all
play
this
Roblox.
into
This
refineries.
game's fun.
And if we're building refineries around here,
Sick
it's going to
game.
be in a hellfire. We need thousands of refineries. They look cool. So yeah. We're going to plop one down probably right here. Why not?
Roblox.
These
Okay.
blueprints are available on Patreon, by the way. But anyway, the set is pretty straightforward. There is a tower base. Then there's kind of like the core of the tower, which is a little tricky to put on sometimes, because the blueprints don't like to work together super nicely. Like that little gap there causes huge problems. But so long as that gap is filled and everything is flush, you just keep on
What?
stacking the blueprints together until you have all the refineries you need. So it goes from the base here, then there's like the core of it, a little hat, so you can transition from core to core, and off you go. Each main core has 4 refineries, and because we had 1,200 Caterium per minute down that way, we had to build 20 refineries, fully overclocked. But at the end of the day, that's 600 Caterium ingots, baby! And more importantly, it was a nice change of pace from collecting up all the random resource nodes. But the big thing is, does it look cool, or is it too much?
I'm gonna go build
No,
a
it's
house.
so
You
cool.
see
I
this
love
girl
it. I
over
love
there?
it. Okay, then back to it. Let's go to the resources
Cash
and
you
a
This
logistical
guy here.
path here. Oh yeah,
I couldn't care less.
perfect bud. Look at that.
Why do they always
There's
find
some
this
coal
like
nodes in the water here that I knew I had to get, and I was like, how am I gonna get them through the cliff?
Always something.
I just saw the path. It's
again?
perfect.
I guess why he
Then
should.
from there we can scoot out to the left, grab some sulfur, and whammo!
The one that-
logistics stopped up
hey, the one
and
that gets so
reload.
annoying,
Like I don't
like,
want too much again
see
interrupting the
what I
view, right? Let's say
Because-
most of them. And then with most projects, once you have one little it's easy to connect up the pole. Now the pole joins in as well. Shoots
Why am I
off
not
to the
able to get this
main
going?
highway here and off to
What's
the main
happening in this
base
game?
we go.
No,
Done.
this is why
This is
game
also where I
is
brought all
terrible.
the Caterium ingots we made. They
This
just
is
go down
exactly
this way,
why this game
up
is
here,
terrible.
and they're
Because
attached
the
as
person
well.
does
So
not
what?
know.
Are we done? We've gathered up everything
kinda
from
like-
this side. We've gone to the beach,
Really
quick
good
dip,
most-
stole
oh,
the
this- oh
sulfur,
my God.
and we've gotten all the random
What are we
nodes as
doing
well.
right
Just
here?
skewed them over, attached
I
them to
think
tree
my-
stacks, whatnot, and whatever.
Oh, it was
Like
just
free?
Hurry,
No,
bro.
not just yet. One more major item. Way at the end of the
I'm
road
losing to
is a
this
pit
one,
here,
sometimes
and
terrible.
there's
Wait
resources
till you speed-
we
okay.
have to gather. We
It
need
didn't
one more
disconnect.
highway going from B
Please, I
back
hope
to
not.
A. And go figure at first. I was kind
I
of
hope
thinking
not,
we'd just set
then
up a
it's gonna
truck
go
to
right
gather
now.
some of the resources here, but
Oh,
it's like
come on.
1,200
You lost
items
like
per
5
minute.
times. I
Proof
just
why
want
we
to get
need,
some
like,
coins, bro. I
Maybe
don't want to
like
deal with
15
this
trucks
shit.
or something. I have too many. But don't worry, we will still use trucks. But for now, we need a belt highway. Amazing idea.
And
So
of course
the
they
bottom
jump,
was
that's
too
nice.
gridded out with
What's the
straight
point of
lines.
playing the game if you're just
I added
jumping
this
most of
train
the
track that's on a
time?
diagonal. It goes straight into like the main
Okay,
base
follow
there.
the boat died.
But what if that same angle
See, I just want to kill that
continued
girl
on the
because she's kind
diagonal
of because I want to get
towards the
coins.
pit out there? Huh?
Did she
That'd be
leave?
pretty cool.
Okay, she
That
did.
would be incredibly inconvenient for future kids. Yeah. A rule of cool, am I right? So let's just keep the angle by cutting through everything we've already built here.
Shh.
And off we go.
I'm just not really
Are we?
confident in the aim
No
of the
way.
person
No
who's
way.
trying to shoot me.
Are you for real?
Are you kidding?
The one indestructible tree
Please,
in the entire
please, no,
desert?
just
It happens
like
to
in the
be
game.
in our way.
Please do this one. So it's not good jokes about like killing
Well,
yourself.
Let's get
YouTube
some
keeps
things
doing
we can do. We gotta go
That's so sad.
nuclear.
Because I can't tell her to kill me.
Perfect. Nah, the tree's still invincible. But very good news!
Think she-
because
she
we're
didn't read the
using
game,
this
which
blueprint
is pretty
here,
sad.
the belt actually goes over the tree.
I don't know if she is.
So, happening, yes, clips
Good
for
job.
now. Once we delete it, the belt will look fine.
Do the jump.
Everything is
I
good
just
to
wanna
go.
get coins.
And the pit
Okay,
has
I'm
been
just gonna.
harvested.
You can keep shooting at me with your terrible aim.
Gonna be brought back,
Missing some
ready
of your
for
shots instead
processing,
of one shot.
so
I
we
just want
can
coins,
save
bro.
the day. Like, yeah, actually, I belted over all the items from over that way on a new highway, brought everything up via some conveyor lifts to this main floor here, and we're good.
Oh, she left. Honest.
We have
You know,
all
yeah,
the items we need,
yeah, leave.
except
That
for the stuff
stupid
that
guy
we
won.
have to
play with this guy.
convert. Because,
This
yeah,
guy is
whoopsie
fun.
daisy past
I
kids
have played
never
games
used
such
all
a
the
long
copper in
time,
the
which
world.
means I
But
don't
look,
think I
it
can
is
do
what it
this.
is. I gotta have my pasta, right? Oh, but wait, no. I forgot something.
Yeah, I can't understand why she
We need
chose
to
that
gather
one.
up 30,000 water per minute. I hate gathering water. But at least Fast Kids set up the water extractors. I thought with Satisfactory 1.2 they'd be doing some water changes or something like that, so I avoided doing all of the rest of the pipe work here. But 1.2 did not change the piping and water work stuff, so off we go, piping again. But this is the last thing we need to do. We just gotta flood a desert really quick. Easy peasy, am I right? Ha 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 ha. See, look at that. Just took one quick boop and it's
You
like
see me?
done. Easiest thing in the world. But unironically, it is actually simple stuff. It just takes so much time, right? Next, and maybe one of the final steps here, is we want to pressurize
So you wonder
all
how
these
those
pipes.
pros do like
So
the
one of the cool mechanics in Satisfactory
where they
is
put
you
the
can use
mouse.
fluids all
I
over
don't
the
think they
place,
can do it with this
or
mouse because it doesn't
you can
look
have
good.
a pressurization. So I brought all this water all the way up to here, and then I connected the pipe
Adjustments.
from up there all the way back down to these pipes down here with a series of valves. And what happens when you do this, you connect a high up pipe to the pipes down here, is all the fluids
It's only
in
fun
these
with
pipes
friends because
don't
then
need any
people
pumps
actually join the
because
game.
they are kind of taking the head lift.
No, why am I in
way
this gun
up
again? I
there.
hate this gun.
So when the pipes
Oh,
go
you shouldn't
over
score
here,
a goal.
they go all the
Yeah,
way
so
up
would
this
the girl.
tower, go
No.
through this way, and
We must
up
score a
most
goal.
of the
We must
health
score a goal.
fires without the need for a single pump. And you don't have to worry about pressurization or anything.
Holy fuck, bro.
This
Stop
water
it.
is so I'm gonna do the same thing, except on a
This guy.
much
This guy.
bigger scale. So future
Thank you,
kids
thank you, man.
will never have to worry
you, I hate
about
people like
pumping
that.
water anywhere ever again, unless I
Yeah.
bring stuff up into the
Alright,
main
let's
base
do it
area
like
there. But
this.
we will see about that.
Like, yeah.
Oh,
See, that's
okay.
it. That's just
Okay.
one to go.
Ha! Thank you, Blade
Okay,
Runners.
kick it out and go.
Future cubes, you better appreciate this, buddy. Because after doing
So it's
all of
like-
this belt work
Yeah.
and pressurizing the 48 pipes here,
They
I'm
gotta
also
move
going to
it.
bring them
Alright,
all
then
the way
boom.
over this way, around
we
the
scored
side
well,
of
we
the
scored well.
desert here, so we can yoink pipes
friends
whenever
think
we
he's
need
actually
them for future projects,
freaking-
just so we don't muck up the view. Because it'd be so much easier to just bring the pipes on like a normal pipeline right across the desert here, but I'm like, I don't want too much blue interrupting my view.
Oh, it's not
or
even the
even
same
up,
diet.
and get the whole thing. But it'll be worth it. Oh my gosh. It's worth it.
Yeah, I better go for this guy.
Oh my
It's called the
goodness.
pay to win weapon. No, man.
That's a pipeline. That is a pipeline.
See, I just want to play
But
football with a guy.
thankfully,
And
the
he kills me.
last major pipeline we'll
What's up,
probably
guys?
ever have to build in this playthrough. Which
Oh
is
my
really
God,
cool
I hit
because
this
I don't
point.
think I didn't need to do this.
Honestly, it's annoying.
I
No
will
wonder this
say
guy's
it
doing
super
it.
was worth it building it.
I
right
think there's
in.
definitely a person up here or
View
something. Because I
still
just saw both.
fantastic,
I don't know
even
where
with
he's
like the
been.
30,000 waters
That's
skewered around
the-
the back
you
there.
burst-
You can kind of see it
No,
just
that's
over
not.
the
That's
vent.
a.
But with everything else going on, it's like, it's fine.
Maybe at
Speaking
least
of
what
other
the
things
way.
going on, I cleaned up all the scaffolding so everything looks pretty, or I suppose at least
Yeah.
purposeful. And I gotta say, looking pretty good. But what's gonna look even better
wait,
are all the
basketball.
signs inside Project
Do I
Boost
have to
when
assume
we
what we
label
use?
everything
Yes, I did.
green because
have
everything
to
is
assume what
done
kind of-
and ready. Oh, except for copper. Copper is
Nah,
actually
yeah.
not done. We have to make more with converters.
Which means
but
that's
that'll be
what I'm
fine.
doing right now.
The main
getting
thing
more guns.
is I have faced my fear with my
Yeah, right.
overwhelming
Yeah.
expectations for myself, and we have succeeded yet again. Fun fact, that was like
Where
the whole
did he
point
go?
on this
Oh my
project.
God.
Have the AR.
He's like hiding the bushes. They always do.
Fear is whatever you make it.
Oh, so small.
It's
They
like
just
a
hide the
metaphor,
bushes.
man. Or maybe I'm just going a little crazy.
It's
Yeah,
just- it's
this was like a
pretty funny. I just
70-hour
saw some of
project.
you guys
Took me the
reflection.
better part of a
I know
month
you
behind the scenes, and I am just
the
wildly
sun's
excited to
from
finally
here,
move
yeah.
on. And if you're excited to see where the journey takes us, remember to leave a like and subscribe
Here's-
for more, because that is going to be all for now. And until next time, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.
Oh, there's two of them. For real? Yeah, there were two of them. let's watch this video right here. Yeah.
If you're still relying on mechanical switches to register your clicks while your opponents are using electromagnetic fields to beat you to the trigger, you're playing a different game entirely. Don't do that. If you're an esports enthusiast or a high-stakes competitive player,
Is it
the
AI?
Logitech G Pro
That's
X2
AI.
Super Strike.
That's AI. They gave me an AI video. Who shot me? I just saw some guy shoot me. I know he shot me from there. Somewhere this direction. Oh. Oh. You know you shoot me. Who are you shooting? Oh yeah, he is. I'm just gonna watch more YouTube videos to be honest. Oh. Speech memory.
Hi. Have you ever wanted to make somebody shut up without them ever knowing it was you? Guess what? Let's say somebody can't stop talking, has an annoying voice, or you simply don't agree with them. You just gotta use this bad boy and they stop being able to form coherent sentences. Well, let me ask you something. You see this speaker, right? I don't want to. These things emit sound in all directions. Not something we want when trying to target a specific
Oh, come
person.
on.
This is when special ultrasonic transmitters
kill
come into the
me.
picture. And when they're not being used to give peaceful protesters permanent hearing damage,
What's he
they
trying to
can
do?
be
Is he
used to
trying to
make
build
sound
something?
act like a laser. Let me
What trying
explain.
to do?
The air is full of molecules.
What trying to
Making
build
these
something?
ones wiggle like your grandmother's at weddings makes audible sound that we can detect with our ears. Usually from 20 to 20,000 hertz. Meaning most speakers use this range. Most speakers. This one runs on 40
See, if he
kilohertz,
breaks this,
double of
because
our
of
upper
his fault.
hearing limit. Now we
What
don't
if you
just
can't
hear it, by using.
Stuff.
We don't just send out that 40 kilohertz on its own. We mix or modulate the audio we want to send. There does some magic voodoo ritual and then you're left with normal sound again, but this is not Vertasium.
See,
I'm
I
not going to go
love
full on
their
Jimmy
viewpoint
Neutron
from
mode
the
and explain the
game they always
goddamn
do.
non-linear interactions in air
Just
that
this pretty
demodulate
funny.
ultrasonic carriers into audible sound through diffraction and pressure waves that you can understand music 10 hours on the metro in private
kinda
without
wanna
wearing
see
headphones.
what's
It
going
really
on.
doesn't for that much explaining. What does is the way the sound. Okay, but what makes it go in a line? Shut up! Spreading out. The reason that sound travels so direction at these high frequencies is because of wavelengths. Look at this simulation. Now, look at this simulation. On the left we have our nice little club and the DJ is playing some ground-shaking bass. We are outside of the building and we can hear some of it. Look at what happens when the DJ switches to higher
see the
pitch,
ending.
meaning
Okay.
higher frequency music. Do you hear that?
What?
If you
Oh,
said
okay.
it, then you're a filthy liar. Or
It's-
a rat.
it's made-
Lower
yeah,
frequencies
it's
have
made.
larger wavelengths, meaning they go around objects and
First
spread
it's
easier.
definitely
That's why you can hear deeper sounds like bass outside of
Smarter
clubs,
to
but not hear the
show it.
details like higher pitched singing. That's why 100 MHz radios only need a few towers nearby and can easily work inside of buildings. By 4 GHz Wi-Fi is perpetually online support and needs a billion extenders to work. Think of ocean waves. Large ones roll over rocks without much loss, but smaller waves get broken up and scattered. If you connect multiple of these transmitters
I
in
swear you have
parallel
to
next
do
to
like
each
that
other,
right here.
the range and power
They are not,
becomes
but they're
even
doing something
greater
else.
as the waves amplify each other with constructive interference. And now that everything is clear, let's build this thing. Wait. One thing I forgot to mention is how we're going to make people stop talking. There's this effect called delayed auditory feedback, which states that if you hear your own talking voice with an added delay, it can completely mess up your speech, and you stop being able to form coherent sentences. All we need to do is record somebody's voice, then play it back to them with a slight delay. It's best to use a shotgun microphone which picks up audio bats directly in front of it. But where are we going to get a mic like this that doesn't cost 2 kidneys to buy?
Why did I choose this instead of?
I love you, China.
Something else. Right?
Thank you for choosing Series interviewing professional microphones embodied with advanced controllable circuit and high-quality condenser cartridge. The series are characterized to be unidirectional, high sensibility, and with good frequency respondency, and are a best choice for business like media interview, conference, speech, such filming on the television.
Of course, something's gonna power it, and that something is going to be this giant real battery. But what's the
No.
it? What are we going to power? Are you not pissing your pants from excitement already? First, we got this tiny package. A couple of ICs, potentiometers, resistors, and so on. Then there's this thing. I don't even remember what I ordered. But why is it so heavy? What? 2 boxes? Holy! I might have bought a little more than I need, and again, I swear it's not a fetish thing. And to hold it all together, I got this. You
Too much.
guessed it, PCB. Wait, sponsor.
Doesn't
Who
make
made
more.
yet another
That's
of
one
my
more.
stupid projects possible. That is the
No,
face of
you're
somebody
free
seeing his
label it,
cloudy idea
no.
get made into a real-life object
This
for the
can't
first
be.
time. If you also have an idea of PCB where you can also 3D print laser,
Why would
cut
you
and
do
maybe
that?
even do your house chores besides making circuit boards at a very affordable price. Anyway, we got this part, and then this second part.
Not again.
Time
See,
for
I know he's
assembly,
gonna
I
do it,
guess.
so you know,
Step
next
1.
time.
Turn a screw on this
Which is
voltage
now.
booster until you get 24 volts from
Gonna
18
make that a
volts.
better
Step
design.
2. Solder the components onto the PCBs.
What's gonna be better? It's just gonna be better, you know?
I forgot to
Maybe
order
a
a couple of
plastic system,
components.
no idea.
So I got this box here that I
That's
have to
just a-
unbox,
what's it called?
but I also
Mode
broke
where
my
it's like-
stand. So this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
How would I unbox this? All this packaging for these 2 chips. Is that free? Spent 2 weeks trying to figure out why nothing works.
Assoi matoma.
I'm at week 6 and I'm still not done.
Like
I
shoot
have
it.
over 6 hours of footage
Well, what
trying
if
to
it's
get this
moving?
thing to function. But how? It's not even a complicated design. If I understood what I was doing. You see, me putting this video before anything, I copied most of the designs from online datasheets and tutorials, and didn't spend a whole lot of time
No.
trying to understand how any of it works. You know, in my head I thought, why would I spend hours going over everything? And in the end, all that's going to matter is the result. I don't need to know how the internal logic gates function, or what this
think I can
capacitor
just-
does, or why this resistor is here, as long as everything works as expected. Oh man. Circuit, done. Components, arrived. Short circuits, none. Everything is good to go. Let me connect it to power supply. What? I just checked plus and minus before power on, and they weren't connected. That's not good. I mean, the board looks fine. Maybe it was just a fluke. Oh, look at that. Now they aren't shorted. That's weird.
Okay.
Let me power it up again.
Man,
What?
see, this was made that bow wow, so
This
don't,
keeps
don't
getting
talk about how
shorted.
shit it is.
Why? Shorted and
Shit.
after a while it's not. It seems like the boost module shorts itself when I power it on. Maybe it's drawing too much current at startup. Let me add this NTC thermistor in series to see if it fixes anything. And it works. Voltage seems correct, 24 volts. This fuse will connect the rest of the circuit to the supply. Oh no. Maybe lack of contact when I inserted the fuse. Bruh. Let's power it on while it's already in.
Yeah.
What is causing this? Plus and minus aren't
This
shorted.
can't be.
Capacitor.
I think it's broken. Which means you gotta rebuild it.
Why? 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 Why does it still happen? Not the capacitor. Needs a larger thermistor. No, it doesn't. Unstable transistors. Nope. I don't know what could possibly be. Oh. Yes, it works. Well, I guess we can move on. Oh. No, it doesn't. Why? Why? Let me listen to some rock music. What if the chips being not installed is the problem?
You gotta
These
click
are
the
the only
wrong
two
button.
chips I have, and they're very expensive, so I don't want to destroy them. Same thing. Potentiometers with the wrong setting? Doesn't seem like it. What if I bypass the boost
I have to click
converter?
the wrong button
Oh,
for that.
it doesn't short out anymore, but I smell burning. Oh, the regulator is really
Now
hot.
the buttons don't work.
Let's desolder and replace it. It's probably bad. It wasn't bad. It has to be these bad solder connections on these MOSFETs. Nope. Faulty boost module. Ah, was it really not the MOSFETs?
I think I found the problem.
I have removed it. Now it should finally work.
Alright, yeah. Please be careful.
No.
I
I
knew
have
it
to
was
be
one of the
strategic. I have to
possibilities.
isolate the problem.
Yeah.
And it's steel shorts. Very interesting. Now at least I know it wasn't any of these 4 components. Ooh, this gets really hot. I don't need the Bluetooth module or the voltage regulator either. Huh? It's steel shorts. Wait, I need to try it with the thermistor. Wow, finally! What was the problem then?
I think that's
Oh
one of
my
ones.
god, I found it. See, this is 12 volts, right? Goes to the 12 volt pin. But then I put the 5 volt regulator's name here. So I basically had the two sides flipped this whole time. But hey, look at that. Now it
Oh, this
turns
one's
out without
also
issues.
it's a really bug.
Let's connect audio and test it.
Nexus button. How's it called?
Oops. Oh my gosh. I need to use one of these potentiometers to set 40 kHz oscillation on the output. But I would need an oscilloscope for that, which I don't. I'm a bit lost. But my school does. 40 kHz set. Everything works. Let's take it back home and... Why doesn't it work again? What again? I can't believe this situation has come to this. But I have to bring out the heavy machinery.
Let's just drop it down.
Ladico, you said you don't have an
No, I don't think I can
oscilloscope.
drop it
That's
either
right.
because-
I don't. My teacher felt sorry for being broke and not having proper equipment, so he gave me his one for a week. It looks like a standard one. It's probably not a big deal. Why would he give me this? If I accidentally break this scope, my life is over. I have to change my name and move to Austria. Thanks. I have a suspicion that the problem is with one of the output channels. So what if I remove the 2 driver chips? Voila! It works again. Ooh, that's really hard. Let's just try with 1 chip.
No, I don't know if I can actually.
This is good. Let's
Kind of
try
shit.
this other.
He still didn't get to the end.
Ooh,
Which is
okay,
kind of
this is
sad,
heating
I
up.
think.
No, maybe this 1 chip is dead and it's draining the
Where's
whole
my mouse
system
now?
down. I don't think the IC is the problem. It's probably
I have
one
2
of
mics
these
over there.
two
One over here,
MOSFETs.
one over there.
Let's put this back on the other side. And it works. See? This will either work, not, or my phone will
Like all these
explode.
people have small parts.
Here's
That's the biggest part of
Oh,
all time.
yo, it's very hard to hear, but now I'm actually hearing music.
Yeah, finally.
The camera stopped recording
Let's see, will they
just
all
when I
leave
was
because of
about
my
to get
farm?
so excited that this finally works. Now I'm going to
Leave,
try
leave.
an
I just wanna-
amplifier.
I wanna
To amplify
feedback.
the signal, I found this schematic online because apparently it is so very good and circuit working. So I should have no problems. Circuit working, circuit not working, you stupid bitch. Oh, connected it wrong. Oh, what is this firing? I connected nearly everything wrong, and it still doesn't work. Wait.
That's wrong to gear. You think it works anymore. Anyway,
Finally!
Now I just need to make a small PCB for this.
It's very quiet. Hey, it's showing 30.
it lag is a server, so this thing is like, oh no, oh no, it breaks timings.
I love this thing. Now, before connecting,
It's very because it's server.
to need a coil. Think of this coil as a spring to dampen energy, like the suspension on a car. Not a spring to dryer, man. But I mean, come on. Now, instead of finding my own coil, I might just need to find one that is already close to the value I need, which I would be measuring with this tester if I didn't break it a few days ago. But wait, there is another way, with an oscilloscope. How? I don't know, man. I watched the tutorial, built this circuit, and it went as bad as you'd
I
expect.
can't understand why
I've been
people
trying to measure
leave.
inductance
It's
for the
probably
past
because of
6
this.
hours. We need a new plan. I don't damn care anymore. Just let me finish this
It's
project.
understood. Kind of a little bit broken.
$20 spent on absolutely nothing. As a last resort, I even tried to fix the tester, but after being unsuccessful, I cleaned up my workspace and I went outside for my bad dessert break. Or I don't know if it was dessert. I feel so I just threw money at the problem, but it feels good becoming a functioning member of society after being locked up in my room for 2 weeks. Unbox, make your own coil, test, nearly destroy everything. Oh, burn your fingers.
Oh.
This whole process could be its own video, but I'm not gonna
Breaking
bore you
thing.
anymore. I know what you came here for.
It's just
And you
upsetting
know what?
because
Fine.
and at least the music's still.
Confuse the enemy. You first must confuse yourself. Sun Tzu,
Wait, this thing is
the art
like
of war.
updated to 2.
He never actually said that, and the only enemy was myself from 3 months ago when I started this project without doing any research. The events of the past 10 weeks have been nothing short of a roller coaster of hopes and despair. To keep it short, I finish off by installing the core thing that
He
I just
understands
took
it's the
days
game
away from
state.
completing the
That
whole
works.
project. Something's not right. The
That's
system
smart.
is not only
Smart.
unstable when turning it on, but I
That's
also
intense
can hear its
services.
annoying
It breaks the
screeching
tape.
sound.
Yeah, what breaks the tape?
I think I
This thing
figured it
works.
out.
Sometimes.
I did not figure it out. I can never set that down 40 kilohertz
That's
because it keeps
inconsistent.
wandering as the components heat up, causing too much current to be drawn and tripping the breaker. It still doesn't burn. Right. This is ridiculous. I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, seriously, I just need to do some research and I can actually figure out what's wrong.
You just
I
need
was
for
too
some
burnt out for that, so I just started assembling the thing instead.
Who's
And,
consistent enough?
my soldering iron just died. Anyway, after a bit more assembly, I regained motivation
Yeah,
to
kinda
continue
understand
working
what
on the
before
circuit.
we-
But the issues weren't solved. I was thinking that the ringing
So
might be
sad.
due to some mechanical noise and loose components, but who knows because
Hold up. Now they have 3 computers, why not just join all of them? Come on, computer. Please, Roblox, come back. Ah. 2 computer. Oh my god.
Математику.
Yeah.
Тебе тест?
Yes.
Чого ти нічого не говориш? Виключай. Почему ти включаєш? Все, ти не маєш. Ти зробив Спаніш. Зробив математику.
Spanish?
Да. Тебе зараз куча тестів.
А
Виключай.
зачем мне
Спаніш. Що в тебе Спаніш?
у меня нет ничего
Ні, у тебе є щось.
Oh,
Мілан, seriously?
give me a second.